Hello, this is Kim Caldwell, and today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite subjects, gemstones. And I like to call this gemstone alchemy because we're going to talk about different stones and the energies they bring forth in our lives and the things they do for us, because our gemstones are our friends, and how we can combine them and work with them and how we can pick the ones that are best for us. Now, I'd like to say that I know women wear gemstones as jewelry. I want men to also be open to this and realize you can drop a gemstone in your pocket, or you can keep large stones, which what a Boy Scout thing, to find big old stones and keep them, and you can keep them in your house and you can benefit from the energy that way. So this is for everyone who wants to benefit their energy and raise themselves vibrationally, raise their frequency, because it's so much fun. And so let me give you some information on this. Now, I have been kind of always attracted to gemstones and natural rocks, and basically I've been given the information lately that the reason they heal us and they help us and they raise us is because everything is carrying a vibration or a frequency, and when we come in contact with that vibration or frequency, we're actually acclimating to that vibration or frequency if we're open to it. Because let's discuss different vibrations that we get stuck in our body that we don't want in our body also. We've got Dr. Bradley Cooper, who wrote the Emotion Code. He talks about the emotion of anger, and this is fascinating. In his book, he discusses how we can get the emotion of anger trapped in our body, and many of us have it, and probably everyone has it to a certain extent, but as we become conscious, we can release that, we can let it go, and be sure to check out my Negative Emotion Clearing YouTube, because you can release it from your body actually. Anyway, so let me explain it to you really easy. You're going to really get this. It's really simple. So let's say you've had it happen a million times. Someone walks in the room and they're carrying the vibration of anger. It's like a tuning fork. And there it is. They're mad. They're in a bad mood. They had a bad day. And they're looking for someone to start their tuning fork going with it. Because when they come in contact with a person who is not conscious, that person, the other person's tuning fork will start going off too. You've seen it happen a million times. Somebody walks in a room, they're angry, they get someone else's anger going. Okay, now as we become conscious, we can say, okay, you're not going to set my tuning fork off. But that's just a perfect, typical example of how we're picking up on different frequencies. Now, gemstones, they're fascinating because they have something else going on. Gemstones, they actually grow in the earth. They're our friends. They're alive. You know, gemstones, even though they don't look alive, I mean, they grew in the earth. There has to be some amazing energy running through them. They got mineral components to them. So when we wear specific ones, those mineral components vibe to our body, and we basically take them on, and it can help us in many different ways, mentally, physically, spiritually. Okay, so let me tell you about some of the different gemstones and some of my favorites, and you'll have your own favorites, and you're probably saying to yourself, how do I pick a gemstone? There's so many, I wouldn't even know where to start. Number one, you pick them by which one looks pretty to you. It is so fascinating. Different gemstones will look pretty to me at different times in my life. And then I'll go research them and find out that those components that they help with are the exact things I was needing at that moment. For instance, I find this one fascinating. This green stone is aventurine, and you can look it up and see what you think. Anyway, I was very attracted. I saw this bracelet. I'm very attracted to it. I thought, okay, I've got to have that. I don't know why. So I didn't buy it the day I saw it. And only $15. You don't think you have to put a big investment into these things. These things are very reasonably priced. Anyway, so I go online and I look up aventurine. Well, as it turns out, aventurine, one of the things it does is it helps to heal specific organs in the body. Actually, it said it would go in, target the one organ that was the weakest on a person, and heal it. And I had been going through a period where, frankly, I was coughing a lot, and my lungs, which lungs are emotionally connected to grief, by the way, okay, basically I kept coughing. I put this on. I had been coughing for really a little too long. Anyway, I put this on, and within days the coughing stops. And I thought, oh my God. But that divine energy came in me, told me which one looked pretty, and I put it on. It's not brain surgery. Whichever one looks pretty is probably the one you're supposed to wear. Men, if you find one sparkly and cool, put it in your pocket. See what happens. And you can't mess up with them, so just play with them, enjoy them. Okay, here's another one. This is called rhodonite, this pink one. Rhodonite is wonderful for helping to calm, balance the emotions. When I read up on it, rhodonite said that to keep it on your body for 3 months, and it would go in and rewire the emotions and get you back on track and get you feeling amazing. So I personally have been wearing this one for a month or so, and it was like day and night. It was a fascinating story with this one. Someone gave it to me. Someone came up to me. I was going through a very hard time. Someone put it on my wrist, and right when they put it on my wrist, because that's God working, God had someone put it on my wrist, I just went, and I knew I had to wear it. It looked pretty. It felt good. I didn't question it. I just thought, okay, I'm supposed to have this on. So I kept it on. Within a couple days, I started feeling amazing, and I started looking up, and sure enough, it heals the emotions. Okay, next one, black onyx. Just discovered black onyx. Now, the interesting thing is I have never in my life been attracted to black onyx. Never found it fascinating. Lately, I had to have it. I had to have black onyx. I put it on, went and looked at it. It balances energies. It dispels negative energies, and basically helps you keep you in a very lifted place. Does a lot of work on different subtle levels. Okay, amethyst. Amethyst is a fascinating one. They actually call amethyst online the sobriety stone. They said that men used to keep it in their pockets to help them stay sober. Now, I don't know if that's because they focused on it or what happened. But amethyst also, I find fascinating. Amethyst is for releasing old negative patterns that are no longer serving you. So we've got a new year going on, some new energy, so you might want to check out amethyst and see what it can do for you. Okay, citrine. Citrine is one of my favorite stones. Citrine is the only gemstone that does not have to be cleaned. Okay, and then you say to yourself, because it never holds negative emotion. It is a success stone. It is a vibrant energy stone. It's a wonderful stone. When you put it on, you feel really good. And isn't it pretty? It's gorgeous. Okay, so you ask, how do you clean a stone? There's different ways to clean stones. All your other stones will need cleaning, and you'll know when they need cleaning. You'll feel it. You can gently run them underwater. You can leave them out in the sunshine or the moonlight for a full day, and that does amazing things for you. But when you feel they need clean, just give them clean. If you ever take a gemstone from another person, go in and give it a clean before you wear it, or if you buy it in a store, go in and clean it. Just rinse a little water over it and get it fresh and sparkly and ready for you. Okay, this is a bracelet I made. I love it. It's gorgeous. I made it myself. You know, so we got the alchemy going here. We discussed alchemy. Okay, I didn't know what I was doing when I made this, but here on this bracelet we have aquamarine. Aquamarine is a stone for relieving and alleviating depression. Now, I didn't know this, but when I started researching, I noticed I would always put my aquamarine on after long periods of, you know, really wanting to get out of the depressing feeling. So aquamarine is for that. Okay, then we got labradorite. Labradorite is a gorgeous stone. Ooh, if you look at labradorite, it's so cool. It looks like there's just like moon and stuff moving all in it. It's a really wonderful stone. Labradorite also is a mood lifter. So I didn't realize it at the time, but I was putting anti-depression mood lifter stone in together. Also, I've got pearls on here. Pearls are for patience, and I love that. And if you've got children or annoying people around you, put you on some pearls. It's wonderful. Okay, tourmaline. Another fascinating one I just discovered. I saw a tourmaline bracelet and was so attracted to it. I was like, oh my God, why am I so attracted to this? So I went online and looked it up. Tourmaline is an energy charger. It gives you tons of energy. It puts you in your power. It gives you a lot of just and zest and enthusiasm for life. So when you wear your tourmaline, you're going to feel a little more energy. And I was reading and looking it up, and I never forget, this woman gave a testimony, and she said, when I put on tourmaline, I felt like I was going to rule my world. I thought, okay, give me some tourmaline. So I love my tourmaline, and I wear it when I feel like I need it. Right now I'm wearing it a lot. Okay, now we have garnet. Garnet is a fascinating stone. Garnet has been carried through antiquity. People carry it to protect themselves. They carry it. It's a travel stone. In the old days, they traveled with garnet for protection. Garnet's main thing I've been noticing lately is it helps to dispel anger. It helps people with anger because, as we know, anger is something that we have to have sometimes, but we want to stay conscious of it and help to dispel it. So you've got garnet for that. Okay, gold, fascinating. I wasn't wearing my gold for long periods of time because I was like, oh, I have to keep, you know, my gemstone. I have to make room on my arm for my gemstones. So I'm reading a book called Unveiled Mysteries lately, and it said that during different civilizations that became illuminated, they said that gold was made available to the masses. And gold is just amazing for pulling energy. Gold is the sun energy. They talked about how in the mountains there's gold running all through the mountains, and that's why when people are living in mountainous areas, they feel better, which I was not familiar with, but I believe it. Makes total sense. So I put my gold back on, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying the lifting energy, and it's wonderful. And then gold, when worn with your gemstones, actually enhances the gemstones and gives them more energy. Same with silver. When you got your silver on with your gemstones, it's actually enhancing and magnifying the energy and making it work better. Okay, turquoise. Turquoise is an amazing stone. We all know the Native American Indians were real into turquoise. Turquoise heals the body physically on many different levels. So when you're drawn to turquoise, it'll make you feel better, you'll love it, and it'll make you feel great. We've got amber on here. I was reading about amber. Amber is fascinating. It's a resin, and amber is supposed to help us become more popular. So everybody loves that. That's kind of fun. Okay, last stone is Prasiolite. I accidentally found Prasiolite recently, and it's a gorgeous stone. And the things I found about Prasiolite was it really talked about helping us to accept people as they are, to be more loving, to have more unconditional love. And speaking of unconditional love, I've got to tell you about rose quartz. It's one of my favorites. So Prasiolite is a wonderful stone, but it brings to mind the switch word, which switch words are running all throughout my books. My book, Activate Your Abundance and How Green Smoothies Save My Life. We've got switch words which were created by Gemstone Magic. The switch word praise is amazing. When you praise people, you're focusing on the things you love about them and thus bringing more of that to you. So praise is a great switch word, and you can learn all about using and saying your switch words to keep your mind focused. They focus your subconscious just like a missile. Okay, so we got Prasiolite there. Okay, also, this year I decided this was going to be my year to just love myself more, to give myself more self-love, to accept myself more, to stop beating up on myself. You know, these things we do, these human traits. And so I looked for the stone, and of course what came up was rose quartz. Rose quartz is a love stone. It's a stone of love and beauty and deep self-unconditional love. So enjoy your rose quartz. On the other hand, we have moonstone. Moonstone is wonderful. It's a wonderful balancer. I think it's for the a little more targeted towards women, but that doesn't mean, I'm not positive about that. Men, you might want to check it out and see what it does. It's definitely helped to balance emotions and to help balance our hormones. That's always wonderful. So moonstone around a woman's moon cycle, moonstone, keep that in mind. Okay, also I put this out so I can be reminded to tell you for all the men, just remember you can put crystals all about your house. You can carry them in your pocket. And also they can be reminders. When you look at amethyst, amethyst is purple. Purple is the color of abundance in the feng shui, the oriental art of placement and creating. So you can remember when you look at your gorgeous piece of amethyst, every time you look at it, it can key you to focus on what you want. You can say, I am creating abundance simply by having this in my space. And then you can let all the lovely energy of the amethyst flow throughout your space and your peace and your home. It's wonderful. Okay, also one more thing I think is fun. I make essential oil spritzes. I love them. Oh my God, this smells so good. This one's filled with orange and grapefruit and lemon and vanilla. I had some little inexpensive citrine and aquamarine stones, and I threw them in there so that the water can catch the vibrations from the stones. And this is a wonderful room spray, body spray, bathroom spray, everything. And it's all natural. It's made with natural essential oils, so you can make yourself some cool sprays. All right. That is about it. Like I said, rundown of the books. You've got Activate Your Abundance. You can find switch words and Activate Your Abundance. You can find, it's a 44-day program. And it's going to put you back in your power. It's going to get you on some great habits, and it can remind you of a lot of things you already know. Basically, my gift is my ability to study masters. I take the masters and I take everything they do, and I do an alchemy of sorts. I pull it all together, and then I make it in a really simple, easy way for people to understand and use. And I feel blessed to let this flow through, because this was a divine source flowing through me. It was great. And then you've got Activate Your Abundance. And and then you've got How Green Smoothies Saved Your Life. How Green Smoothies Saved Your Life is all about divine nutrition and eating the most incredible, wholesome, unprocessed foods, and remembering how it will just charge you up. And basically eating for health, abundance, vitality. All right, that's it. I send peace and blessings to you, and have some fun. Play with your gemstones and wear them in different combinations, and just see how you feel. Pay attention and become conscious and notice the differences it will make, because our gemstones are our friends and they're here to help us. Thank you, Kim.